Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt is facing a domestic violence charge for harassing communications. He was booked into the Madison County Jail today around 4 this afternoon and has since been released.
All right, welcome Kings and Queens. Today we are talking Martell Holt. Yes, Martell Holt has managed to find himself yet back in the news. And I guess that Tasha K interview just didn't do what he needed to do by way of creating a smear campaign against his ex-wife, Melody Cherie Rogers, who's clearly attempting to move on with her life and mind the business that pays her. It just looks like Martell is like a dog with a bone when it comes to this lady. And I don't know. I'm really concerned. But let's talk about it because the U.S. Sun reported on yesterday, February 5th, that the judge has ordered Martell Holt to undergo a psychological evaluation after reports of erratic, raging behaviors that he's exhibited not only towards his children, but it looks like at the school, y'all. It looks like this man has gone up to the schoolhouse and acted a plumb fool. So one thing I do know about educational institutions and schoolhouses with parents and teachers and principals, you can't get them people to lie. Now, if you've taken your behind up there to that school and whatever, and if those teachers or principals and teacher aides and all of them corroborated that, yeah, he's unhinged, I can see a judge saying, you know what? Enough is enough. I've given you enough time. I've given you enough tenderness. I've given you enough grace to fix it and to get it right. And just maybe there is a problem. Maybe there's a problem. So guess what? The judge signed it, she sealed it, and delivered it. And Martell Holt must undergo a psychological evaluation. And I'm going to say, I'm happy. Let me tell you why. Not because it's him, but anytime there is children involved, we got to do everything. We got to leave no stone unturned when it comes to anybody's children and their safety and their health and well-being could be at risk. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
And court records show that I have been the co-parent that any person would want to co-parent with, period.
All right, you heard it here from the horse's mouth. According to Martell verbatim, court records show that I am the person that anyone would want to co-parent with, period. Okay? If we are to believe that, then we're also going to believe that the court records also show that you have been volatile, erratic, raging to the point that the court records show, like you said, that you must undergo a psychological evaluation. And according to the U.S. Sun, according to the reports of the U.S. Sun, on February 5th, they shared that the Martell Holt has been ordered to undergo a psychological evaluation after his ex has accused him of abusing their kids. Now, I'm reading this and I'm using their words, okay? The Sun can exclusively reveal that Martell, 42, and Melody's battle has gotten even more nasty as Melody has positioned herself and grown more concerned about his alleged erratic behavior and inappropriate treatment of their children. Okay. As of December, y'all, that wasn't too long ago. As of December 14, 2023, the court has ordered Martell to undergo a psychological evaluation after the mama filed a motion demanding he submit to a psychiatric examination and evaluation ahead of their trial that's scheduled for April 2024. That's a couple of months from now. According to the Alabama court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, Melody informed the court that the mental, psychological, and emotional stability of the father is at issue. That part caused me to pause. Let me tell you why. I know for a fact from speaking to Martell himself that Martell is highly obsessive about the physical part of his responsibility that he's inflicted on his children. And that has really bothered him that Melody has positioned herself to protect her children. Now, he wanted to come on my channel to talk about it, and I highly recommended that he did not, but he did it anyway. And if you start to go back and watch interviews, he focused on it. He was obsessed about it. In Tasha K's interview, he was also obsessed about it for the first 30 minutes of his interview with Carlos King.
Do you think you're misunderstood?
I'm very misunderstood. Yeah, because like right now, people will be like, Martell, you just so angry, you need to go get some help. Like, no. But it's just right now it's been forced by the courts for her to do certain things. But I mean, I'm loving it though.
So after I read this clause issued by the U.S. Sun, I said, after obtaining exclusive access, child, I would not be shocked, nor would I be surprised if Martell did not slide these court papers across the table like he did with me and like he shopped around with other bloggers, only highlighting the piece that he wants you to read about Melody. A very close inside source told me many months ago, Martell is intent on taking Melody down. His goal is to smear her reputation at all costs, and he'll use anybody to do it. When I saw that, I said, oh, child, shit. In my opinion, Martell is back. This man, he's not going to let it go. He's like a dog with a bone. And I guess Tasha K didn't do what he needed her to do. So in my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked if this man has taken it upon himself to reach out to this news outlet. And I'm going to tell you why again in a minute. I'm going to point out something that's a telltale sign to me. But so the filing stated that based on the father's recent erratic behavior at the minor children's school, I told you he took his ass up there and acted a fool at their practice and other public places. I'm sorry. As well as his inappropriate, unhinged, and erratic behavior toward the mother and the minor children, a thorough and complete mental examination and evaluation of the father is essential to the court's decision. Regarding important issues in this case, regarding child custody and visitation. Damn, this is serious. They're saying the court needs to know. Because one thing we do know, Melody has never been ordered to undergo a psychological evaluation. Melody has never been accused of hitting her children with her fists or with objects, ever. So the judge is not concerned about, the judge doesn't seem to be concerned about the children's safety with their mother. And they said she argued that his actions are detrimental to the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of the children and fears that the children have already suffered emotional damage as a result of Martell's irate and erratic behavior. Wow. Let me ask you something, mothers. How far would you go to protect your children? Fathers, how far would you go to protect your children? For those of you that may have taken in other children, foster children, nieces, nephew, grandbabies, how far would you go to protect these kids? At what point is it okay for a man to ever punch, ball up his fist, and strike a minor child, in your opinion? Is it ever okay for a man to square up with a child like he would another man? Okay. Oh, I know this has to be hard for Melody. I know this has to be hard. It also says in the same filing, she claims Cherie Now y'all being messy. She claims Sheree Whitfield's ex continued to use corporal punishment against their minor children. She gave an example that on December 11th, damn, Martell, 2023, he allegedly threatened to tear them up once their divorce case is over, referring to their minor kids, and said in a separate filing from December 14th that he even offered to allow the children to be on the television show Love and Marriage Huntsville if he could use corporal punishment in the future. Damn. Y'all, this is so serious. So what this is saying, let me break this down for you. The first thing it's saying that it sounds like Martell may have presented to Melody, hey, if you let me hit them and straighten them out, I'll let them come on television. You know what? We're about to end this because y'all, this is in the court papers. I'm not making this up. This is like they verbatim quoted this, quote, unquote. This man positioned the mother of the children to say, you let me hit them? You start allowing me to hit them? I guess turn a blind eye, right? Because if the court said, listen, if the court has something in place where you can't hit your children anymore, you was doing too damn much. So let's start there for those of you that may not really get it. The difference between disciplinary actions and abusive action. Disciplinary, abusive, somewhat abusive, highly abusive, slightly abusive. We just talked about this last night about protecting the health and the well-being of children. So there's a difference to the point where the court says, you're not going to put your hands on them no more. And it seems like Martell propositioned Melody to say, listen, you let me hit them when they with me, and I'll let them get back on TV. And it also says that he threatened to tear them up once the divorce proceedings was completely over. That means out of sight, out of mind. When we get done with this shit and that judge goes away and the doors close, I'ma rock their behinds. Y'all, this is so concerning. This is very concerning to me. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? And this is the part I really want. This is why I say I believe that Martell, I would not be shocked, allegedly, if Martell had a hand in handing these papers over, giving quote unquote exclusive access to court documents. Because at the end, it says the TV personality is also the father to another child, son Knox, with the woman who has been identified as his mistress, Ariane Curry. Now, y'all, if you go back and think, who's obsessed over getting a shout out? Who's obsessed over having their name mentioned? Who's obsessed over having their child recognized now? Wherever Martell's kids are going to be mentioned, who seems to be obsessed to make sure, hey, Tasha K, give me a shout out. Hey, Tasha K, make sure you let the people know. Now, all of a sudden, we're starting to see a trend that Ariane's name has to be somewhat thrown into the mix because it's important to her that she's recognized as well. And that's why I say I would not be shocked if Martell was behind all of this. Ah, Lordy. Let me go on a little bit more. It says, even though the ex's divorce was initially finalized in March 2021, they went back to court the following year to modify the custody agreement. Melody, women, listen to me. This is why you got to sock it to them the first time around. And I get it. Women are nurturers by nature. We're highly emotional. We're going to protect the image more so than anything because no one wants to have, when it comes to women, let me tell you how it works. Women gather self-esteem from family in creating dynamic families, and men gather or tend most often tend to gather self-esteem from what they do for a living and how much money they make. Okay? That's just what it is. Okay, that's just the setup of it, the biological setup. And oftentimes, women are more likely to not report what's really going on. Women are more likely to take a protective stance to protect the reputation of their family so that people really don't know. But Melody, had you socked it to him the first time, it wouldn't have gotten this far, in my opinion. Okay? And it says, although everything was thought to be resolved, Melody filed a new petition in July Oh, 2023. Do y'all know the significance of July? That's when the audio leaks came out of Arion saying that she and Martell were plotting to release the revenge P against Melody. And not only that, Arion also is caught on audio saying that she shared the tapes with family and friends, and she was also willing to send a copy of it to a blogger. Oh my God. So Melody is handling her business. Good, because I thought you was sitting back letting this man bully you. So it says Melody filed a new petition in July, y'all, last summer to modify the legal custody and visitation schedule, mainly due to Martell's alleged mental and emotional abuse of the minor children. So it sounds like Melody says this one thing for you to come after me, nigga, and threaten me and lie on me and make me seem like and tear me down, make me seem like I was sleeping with another man and you got him on tape when the entire time it's you. But it's another thing, and I'd be damned if I'm gonna let you subject my children to the same psychological trauma and torment that you put me under. No, 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 no. And if I can't fight for myself, and I may let you slide when it comes to myself, but I be damned if you're going to do that to my kids. And guess what? Most women will not. Even if it means them, like, when you think about, even if it means them getting taken out, most women are going to stand strong for their children. I ain't mad at no woman doing what she need to do, because at the end of the day, I know it makes you sleep better, ladies, for those of you that are mothers that are willing, and men that are willing to go balls to the wall behind ears. It says, in the filing obtained by the U.S. Sun, the Behind Every Man host claimed her ex continues to use corporal punishment that is excessive and abusive towards the minor children, including but not limited to, oh my God, choking, grabbing, punching the minor son, hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. Lord, oh shit. I don't know. I may have to stop reading this. Choking. So who would a man grab by the neck? Probably his son. Choking. Putting your hands up against somebody's neck. Grabbing. Now, ain't nobody taking nobody back to court, in my opinion. At least I hope not, for just like grabbing a child's arm. You know how you remember them church grabs where somebody could grab the hell out of you and inflict pain? Punching. That's why I asked you earlier. At what point does it become okay for a grown man to square up with the little kid and punch him like he would another grown man? Hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. The father has refused to follow the court order. Yeah, because it says continues to use corporal punishment, even though the judge said stop. And also, it sounds like he has not continued to, what is it, according to previous court orders, that he has not continued to go to therapy, y'all, like he's supposed to. He's supposed to be under the care of a psychiatrist, and this man refuses to go. This is just absolutely, what's the word? This is very concerning. They said he's been threatening those kids, including reportedly saying, I will knock them out. Oh, Lord have mercy. Apart from being concerned about the children's mental well-being, she said that she's concerned about Martell's mental stability since he continues to relocate, has violated previous court orders, and has even threatened to distribute a sex tape that the parties created during their marriage. That's a fact. Now, we know that ain't no lie. Oh my gosh. Continue to relocate, instability when it comes to psychological safety. Let me tell you a little bit about that. You have to create a psychologically safe dwelling for your children. They have to have a stable home environment. And we know that at one point, Martell was squatting. We know that's a fact. He was squatting. It got to the point where the homeowners needed him out and he had refused to get out. And I know they played that on a Love and Marriage Huntsville show. Even Chris Fletcher was concerned that it would impact his relationships as a broker with his book of business. So we do know that the psychological safety from a housing standpoint has been very unstable. And it says Martell responded to Melody's filing 4 months later in November and also filed a counterclaim against her. Instead of addressing the motivational speaker, yeah, messy. This is so shady. Instead of addressing the motivational speaker's specific corporal punishment claims, he instead claims she is the one who willfully and contemptuously violated the order by spanking the minor child, MH, age 3. He also said that she filed the modification in bad faith and with unclean hands, explaining she has continuously filed frivolous, untruthful motions so that she may be in control of all decisions regarding the minor children. Oh Lordy. The OWN star goes on to accuse Melody of violating their agreement of not filming their children and also posting them on social media. Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Did she I haven't seen Melody post. He claimed her bringing them into the spotlight has financial gain since she believes it to be in the best interest of the children to be filmed, as it would provide them economic opportunities. Oh, y'all were right then. Okay, let me break this down a little bit. Many months ago, I saw some bloggers and content creators covered that Martell was trying to, what is it called? Intercept Sugar Mama's bag when it came to her hairline, her shampoos, and y'all. I didn't see any proof, but I heard y'all talking about it, and I guess it's true that he does not want the children to have any financial gain. You a damn fool. Why not? Why would you not want your children to have a lucrative trust if they have the personality and the talent to be able? That's like, imagine Beyonce's mom. Because Beyonce, you remember she was in those little groups and she was like 7, 8, 9, 10. Really, Martell? Imagine Beyonce, Tina and Matthew Knowles saying, nah, she ain't finna sing. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this psychological evaluation is not a bad idea because that is just not rational thinking. Why would you rob your children of an opportunity to showcase their talent or to profit economically because you can and you just want to block them? Are you upset that they're shining? And are you blocking them? This is a legitimate question. Are you blocking them because you haven't been able to figure out what to do with your other son outside your marriage? That's a really legitimate question because I don't understand the rationale. Okay. In her December response, Melody denied his frivolous accusations in reference to the spanking and asked for the economic opportunities. She said that she believes in affording the children with every opportunity that is beneficial and desirous of the children and aiding in their success in life. This is a lot. I'm not going to read all of this. It's out there if you would like to go to the Sun, the U.S. Sun, and pull up Martell Holt. They talk about his arrest. He was booked in Madison County Sheriff's Office. It's a lot. Yeah, this is a lot. What are your thoughts, y'all? What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it.
Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt is facing a domestic violence charge for harassing communications. He was booked into the Madison County Jail today around 4 this afternoon and has since been released.
I did see the mugshot go across social media, and something told me to hold on it for a second because I was just like, Martell Holt, domestic violence? It doesn't quite add up.